Legacy 2020. We remember the year 2020 when the whole world paused and we all tread gently on an earth under siege by COVID-19. It changed how we lived, how we worked, how we cleaned. From a land in the east, a virus appeared, the most dangerous illness we'd seen for some years. In a world blindly rushing, running every which way, a disease took the stage and made the news every day. We watched our leaders in crisis, no way of knowing how the illness would impact, with the scourge quickly growing. So our government scrambled to make new laws and rules, sending people back home and closing the schools. Travelling was banned, with road trips no more. Playgrounds were emptied by social distancing laws. Shops and bars were closed up, and they taped off the parks. Museums and great monuments gathered dust in the dark. So many people locked down in their homes every day. To survive, we all stopped to navigate a new way. We couldn't risk this pandemic running wild on the streets. We saw thousands struck down in a matter of weeks. Friends and family were grieving, and loved ones stayed away. We missed camping and festivals and weekly sports days. While some workers forged on, their jobs were essential. They fought to limit the killer's potential. They tested, they taught, they fixed things, kept food growing. They cleaned and they healed and kept services going. We couldn't buy what we needed if the shelves were stripped bare, and we had to wash, clean and sanitize and be germ aware. When every sniffle was suspect, every cough turned blood cold. A sore throat, a sure warning this disease might take hold. With no cure or vaccine, we all had to make do, adjusting routines and embracing the new. There was a lesson, a price for neglecting our health. We learned illness is blind to privilege and wealth. As nations struggled to cope and make a new start, staying healthy and safe meant we all had to take part. Following new guidelines was the only sure way to keep numbers from climbing to new highs every day. Restrictions and distancing became the new norm. So many people in lockdown meant the world could transform. While families at home juggled times and routines, working and schooling and zooming on screens. There was peace in the forest and the clean ocean side, while the animals wondered why we were staying inside. And the sky seemed more blue because planes hardly flew, and as cities fell quiet, we could no longer deny it, that somehow we humans must shoulder the blame. We'd been messing with nature, and it forced us to change. Who knew what would happen? Pandemics were not new. We'd lost millions before through illness and flu. Was COVID a wake-up, a blessing in disguise, a reminder we mortals are not very wise? Our 2020 vision was hardly ideal, so many not believing the danger was real. We had to battle conspiracies, strange theories and fake news, causing unrest and confusion, disguising the truth. But each month cases grew and there was wave after wave of new outbreaks, new hotspots, and suffering so grave. We had paid a dear price for the sins of mankind. All the greed and neglect and bad habits of mind. It was not only our freedom and loved ones we had lost. Only the passage of time would reveal the true cost. With hindsight came wisdom, beyond grief and blame, and a realization that things would never be the same. So as time surely marched on and we ventured outside, we returned to our jobs and we hugged and we cried. We remembered the dead and were just a bit worried, knowing what was at stake. Still, new norms seemed quite scary. The lessons we'd learned had sparked a revival, and changes for the better were the key to survival. And the world slowly turned and years swiftly flew by, our old way of life gone in the blink of an eye. The story of COVID became part of our history, a legacy for the future, yet an unwritten mystery.